If you're an active entrepreneur and you find yourself wishing you spent less time working and more time training, traveling, competing, and doing all the things that you love, you're in the right place. I'm going to share with you the one thing you must do in your business to have your business serve you and your lifestyle instead of the other way around. Hi, I'm Leanne Marie Webster. I help active entrepreneurs to grow, monetize, and automate their email marketing. I'm a runner, a triathlete, an entrepreneur, and a lawyer with 20 years of marketing and business development experience. And I'm here to help you make all this email stuff really simple and easy. So let me start with telling you why I do what I do. Last year, I finished Ironman Wisconsin, which was like an amazing experience. In fact, I have a crazy story about it. So when we talk, be sure to ask me about it. Now, training for Ironman, as I'm sure you know, is no joke. It's a ton of swimming and biking and running and training and getting to and from the workouts and traveling in order to do that. And since I'm also not a pro athlete, at the same time I was running my business, which, as you know, owning a business is also no joke. You wear all the hats. You have to, you have to do everything. You're like the service deliverer and the marketer and the accountant and everything. So what happened was I spent all this time training for my race, and I came back from the race and I realized that my business was in trouble. I had spent so much time and energy focused on training and on the race that I hadn't paid enough attention to my business. And I realized that I didn't have my business set up in a way that would allow me to do the things that I love to do, which is why I started the business in the first place. I mean, you're probably like me. You started your business to have more freedom, more time to do what you want to do, more flexibility with how you can set things up. And yet you probably find that you spend more time working in your business than you worked for anybody else than you ever would do that. So it's kind of the irony of owning your own business, but it's also something that you can alleviate if you have the right system set up in your business. So when I took a look at my business, I realized I needed to make some changes. And ironically, the biggest change to make that I realized, the one thing you need to do is to automate your system. And it was right in front of me because the bulk of my business has been helping people grow their email lists. In fact, I've helped my clients add more than 250,000 subscribers to their email list and more than $500,000 to their pockets. So I knew exactly what I needed to do. I just needed to implement the systems and figure out a way to make it work in a way that served me. Did you know that the ROI on email marketing is upwards of 3,800%? You heard me right, 3,800%. It's a staggering statistic. And here's the deal. Everyone says social media is so, relevant and prevalent, and it is important, but email is the only way that you control how you get to your clients. With social media, if the platform that you're playing in changes its algorithm, then you could lose your people like that, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's why email marketing is so important. And really, the way to get everything moving is pretty simple. You set up your email list, you start to grow your list. As you grow and nurture your list, your business grows, which sounds really simple, because it is. And yet, so many of us get stuck in the how of what to do. We get stuck on, what do we even put out there that people will want? How do we set up the back-end systems? What should we say when someone signed up for our list? And how do we get them to the point where they might actually become a client? That's exactly what I can help you with. And I want to help you do it in a way that's really fun, in a way that's really simple, and a way that's totally not overwhelming. Because I know most people get stuck in, I know I need to do all this, I have no idea where to start. So here's the deal. I want you to join me for a weekend. It'll be a really fun weekend where we're going to just get it done. I'm a get it done kind of gal. This is a get it done kind of weekend. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to create your inbound marketing blueprint. So this is like what works for you and for your business, not some cookie cutter plan, but we're going to look at, who are the clients you want to draw in, how do we get to them, and what do they want? We're going to set all that up. We're going to create a compelling lead magnet. Now, if you don't know what a lead magnet is, don't worry. It's just a fancy way of saying a reason for people to get on your email list. So we'll create that lead magnet, then we will set up the web pages where people will go to sign up for it, and then where they'll actually collect it. We're going to write your email nurture sequence. So when someone gets on your email list, when they sign up for that lead magnet, there should be a series of emails that they receive that will lead them to whatever action you want them to take. We're going to create that sequence. We're going to set it up in your email platform. We're going to look at your best list building strategies. Now, I have all kinds of strategies in my back pocket, from super simple to super complex. So we're going to talk about some different strategies, and we're going to figure out what makes the most sense for you. And we're going to execute on one of those in the weekend, so you will actually generate leads from the weekend. We're going to do a tech edit and a tech audit. So here's the deal. Technology, a lot of people, they're like, I don't know what to do with it. They sign up for something because their VA or their friend or whoever suggests it, and then you spend all this time and money on a platform and realize it's not really the right one for you. Or what I often find is clients have multiple platforms that they're paying for that they really only need one of them or two of them, so we can consolidate, and that will save you time, money, and energy. So we'll look at all that and figure out what makes the most sense for you. We're going to do a 12-month digital calendar. So this way, it's like your training plan, right? You wouldn't do a marathon or triathlon or any of those endurance races without having a training plan. And this is the exact same thing. We're going to map out what you'll do for the next 12 months so that you don't need to even worry about it again. You can focus on the things you love to focus on, and this plan will already be in place. And finally, we're going to do a physical challenge. Now, I know you're thinking, what the hell does that have to do with this? But as an active entrepreneur, how important it is to stay physically active. And I find as I challenge myself physically, I become better in life and better in business. So we're going to do a challenge around that. And don't worry if you've been on the bench for a little bit and you're kind of not feeling in the shape that you normally do. All levels will be able to participate, and it will be a really fun session. I guarantee that. So that's the scoop for the weekend. It's get it done. It's bring your laptop, roll up your sleeves, and walk out with everything done. This isn't a let's add more things to my to-do list weekend. This is a let's knock them off weekend. So I want to have a conversation with you because I want to make sure that this is the right fit for you, and want to make sure that that I can help you. And I want to have a phone call. I call this a digital debrief, and during that call, we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I can look at your opt-in sequence if you already have one. I can talk to you about email stats. I can talk to you about your business strategy and your clients, and what makes the most sense. Use that time the way you want. It's your chance to pick my brain, and we'll also have a conversation about whether this weekend makes sense as a next step for you. So I want to make sure that if it's right for you, that you're in there, and if it's not right for you, no worries. You'll get a ton of value from the call no matter what. So click that button down there that says reserve your spot. You'll get a link to my calendar. You can schedule your digital debrief call, and we'll have an awesome conversation. I'm so looking forward to connecting with you. Thanks.